Hey, what's up, Aaliyah? How you doing? Good. How are you?
You got the setup for real.
Yeah, try this.
It's like 5.5. I'm used to it now though, so it's not too bad. It's about a straight shot. So I just have my music blasting and my snacks and my drink, and I'm good.
What's up, everybody? This is Coach Love with the Recruit Oklahoma, also known as ROK. And today I have with me a young lady that I've seen grow up and right before my eyes and just won about every award you can think of as an Oklahoma basketball player. Man, she is one of the most decorated athletes in Oklahoma history. And not just basketball, I'm talking about any athlete. She is from Moore, Oklahoma. She's won multiple Player of the Year awards, including, Oklahoma Super 5, Big All City Player of the Year. She was a Naismith High School All-American. She was a Jordan Brand All-American, McDonald's All-American, two-time Oklahoma Gatorade Player of the Year. I mean, she averaged a double-double. She finished her high school career with over 1,800 points, almost 900 rebounds, which is the most in school history. And she also has 71 career double-doubles in high school. Man, she's done everything. She's played with the USA gold medalist. She won a gold medal with the USA. What is it in FIBA America's 16 under championships in Chile. She was ranked as the nation's sixth best prospect in the country, coming from ESPN. Man, she literally had almost like every offer in the country coming out of high school. So let me go over that list of. I'm just playing, but anyway, she's literally had every offer in the country. She chose Big 12 championships. She chose a championship coach. She chose that burnt orange. Welcome to the ROK Podcast, University of Texas forward, Aaliyah Moore. How you doing?
Thank you so much for having me.
I don't know if I couldn't get everything in there, but
Hey, you got most of it though. I forgot about half of those, but thanks for having me on.
yeah, that's how much you've done. Shoot, man. What are you up to now? You just
Ooh, I'm about to be a senior.
yeah.
I feel like I was just a freshman or I was just in high school, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's summer workouts right now,
Yeah.
but just preparing for senior year.
Okay. Yeah, I remember when I knew you as a middle schooler, like just in middle school and just playing basketball, well, you didn't get to play in the Super 16 All-Star games, but you were selected in our first year. And yeah, I remember you just, coming in for photo shoots and
Scrawny little thing, yep.
yeah, you play with the Bombers
Yep.
and when you're little. Man, it's been a while. So you're at University of Texas and you said you're just going through summer workouts and stuff like that?
Yep, going through summer workouts right now, 2-a-days, so weights in the morning at 8 a.m. Then some people have class. I don't, thankfully. I'm older now.
Good, yeah.
Which is
Got it
nice.
taken care of, yeah.
Graduated in 3. Master's on the way, by the way.
Okay.
So, yeah, very
Good
excited
job.
about that. But, yeah, 8 a.m. weights. We do what we do. We come back for a 2:30 court workout, play pickup after, then we're free to go. So
Okay.
it's pretty busy days, but
Still competitive workouts as far as pickup. You're competing pretty much.
always. I would say this is probably the most competitive team we've ever had, and I love
Wow.
to compete, so I'm glad.
Okay.
And we need that. So
Is Rory back? Is how she?
she will be back.
She'll be-
She's
okay.
still obviously not fully cleared, but
Okay.
I think around the same time I came back in November is when
Yeah.
she'll be cleared to go.
Yeah, great team. Great team.
Yeah, we did not have a great bench last year. We was
Well.
riding with what we had. We
yeah.
still made it to the
y'all
Elite
still,
Eight.
yeah.
So hey,
Y'all did a good job. Are you healthy and everything?
I am healthy.
Just-
Yeah, this will be my first healthy, knock on wood,
Knock-
healthy
yeah, knock-
season with Texas. Actually, every year I've been hurt, so
Okay.
it's a big
Yeah.
year for me. I have the option of a 5th year, but I'm trying to go pro, so it's a really big year for me. And
You'll go pro. Yeah.
yeah, big things are happening. That's all I'm gonna say. Big things will happen this
Well,
year.
that's good. That's good. Well, man, I pretty much know a lot more than other people know about your background and stuff like that. But let's, take us back to little Aaliyah. Where were you born and raised?
Oh, yeah. Well, my name is Aaliyah Moore from
Yeah.
Moore, Oklahoma. I went to Moore High School. People always think that's so funny.
Okay.
People will say the town was named after me.
Yeah.
Hey,
Might as well
I
be.
think
I mean,
it's just ironic.
yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I started playing basketball. I actually played soccer first, transitioned into basketball, and turned out I was really good at it and got more serious once we hit, I would say, middle school. I got my first offer in 7th grade from OSU, Oklahoma
Okay.
State University. And funny story real quick about my first offer, because I had just played. That's when I joined EYBL. I joined Cypher for the first summer.
Yeah.
And I really, honestly, like, I knew I was okay at basketball. I was just playing though because it was
You
fun.
knew you was good. You knew you
I
were
knew
good.
I was good, but at that time I was still young. It hadn't clicked that I can go to college for this.
Yeah.
And so after a tournament, I was in the car with my mom, and she was like, "Guess what?" I said, "What?" She said, "You got your first offer." I'm like, "Offer to do what?" I don't know what the scholarship offer. She was like, "No, you got a full ride offer to go play basketball for the next 4 years at OSU." And I was like, "Oh." I said, "So I can get these from any school in the country?" She's like, "Yeah, if you really be serious about this and you take it, and get your craft together, you can go anywhere you want to go." So from there, I was like, let's lock in.
Yeah. That's when you knew.
Yeah, that's when I knew. I was like, I'm all right at this sport.
Okay. So previously, when you were playing with like the Bombers, and what were the other teams that you played with?
It was a purple team. My mom, Lady Knights.
Lady Knights, with Sri and all that.
Yeah, because it used to be Lady Knights versus the Bombers.
Okay, the
that
Bombers.
used to be the big matchup because Trinity was on the Bombers, Shantae, Carly. And it was me, Alyssa, Nicole. Yeah.
That's right. I remember. Yeah.
The days, man. We used to always play each other in the championships.
Y'all was loaded, man. Both teams.
Both teams was loaded. Yeah, it used to be a battle.
Yeah, that was fun to watch. And man, so did you have any brothers or sisters?
Only child.
Only child.
Yep.
Did it get lonely, or you just had?
I honestly, when I was little, yes, but now as I'm older, I'm so glad I don't have a sibling. I enjoy. People call me spoiled. I'm not spoiled. I'm a good kid. I got my education. I do what I'm supposed to do. So I feel like everything that I receive, I worked for it.
There you go.
Not spoiled.
So I know a little bit about your mother. Show. Well, I call her Show Smith.
Yep.
Showtime. So tell me a little bit about her. I know she was a college athlete as well.
Yeah, I played at HBCU, Alabama A&M.
Yep.
From what I know, I haven't seen any film. Obviously I was not born yet, but she was a hooper.
Yeah,
she was
that's
undersized. She could hoop though. She was tough, and I always feel like that's where I got the gritty part of me was from my mom. But yeah,
well, I don't know. Your grandma pretty cheap. Your grandma pretty rowdy too.
But it passed down. It passed
Generations,
down.
yeah.
It did. Yeah. But yeah, she hooped there. Was a bucket. Ended up having me. I think she could have played overseas somewhere, but decided not to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was in my DNA to do something with the ROK. So
Right. Did you play any other sports?
I did, yeah. So
you just play soccer.
Yeah,
but
soccer.
anything other than that?
Club volleyball for 2 to 3 years. Okay. Loved it. High school volleyball for 2 to 3 years. I think that was it. Yeah, soccer,
That's
volleyball.
better.
I did a little bit of gymnastics when I was real little, but
okay.
yeah,
you can do cartwheels. And
yeah.
stuff. Or you roll over and just
just doing stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a pretty good bond with those girls that you played with growing up?
I do, yes. Yeah. So all of them, even the ones on the other team, Shantae, all of them, Trinity, Carly, we also kind of keep in touch, all follow each other on social media. So it's cool to see some of them also at the D1 level. It's hard out here to make it at that level as it is. So it's cool to see the girls that I grew up playing against or with. Nicole, Alyssa was I think she's still at Tulsa.
Yes.
Sure.
So she's finishing up.
Following along with them, it's pretty cool. I gotta say, like we're growing up. Time moving fast.
You're getting grown. With So during your younger years, who motivated you? Who pushed you the most?
It's probably everybody says it, but really my mom. Like I'm telling you right now, her basketball IQ, her knowledge of because a lot of parents don't, or a lot of kids don't have the benefit of having parents that know how the recruitment process goes.
Right.
Because it's hard out here.
It's
like
different.
Coaches will try and get you, they'll try to sell you on stuff, and it's lies or it's not true.
Yeah.
So thankfully, I had my mom to navigate me through everything that I went through. So that's real, good. Like shout out to her because
I know.
She got me through it.
Shout out show.
Shout out show.
So getting up to your high school years. Not in football, in basketball. I'm pretty sure you could probably play football, but
I'd flag. I do want to try flag.
Okay.
I do want to try it. Yeah.
So in basketball at Moore, did you have any memorable games that you can remember?
Oh my gosh.
That you
Why does that
feel
so long ago?
I know. So much has happened.
Memorable game. I will say there was one game, I think we were playing Choctaw. It might have been my junior year, sophomore, because one of the years we had COVID and we were going to go to state. Don't even get me started on that.
Oh, yeah.
Because we would have won state that year. But anyway.
I believe so.
Yeah. It was to qualify us for regionals because Oklahoma's basketball is weird. It's very different from Texas.
Yeah.
But we beat Choctaw. And I think I might have had almost a 30-point game. And it was in front of all my friends. Like, a lot of my friends popped out. My family popped out, family, friends. And the gym was packed. It was rocking. And I was just hooping.
Yeah.
And it was to get us past whatever it was. I think it was regionals. And Yeah, I was just hooping. You know,
Like,
it was nice doing it in front of everybody.
Doing what you do.
Yes.
Doing what you do. Who is your biggest rival? I know you have Southmore, you have
Westmore.
and you got Westmore. Who was that asterisk on your calendar? Who'd you mark?
Norman High.
Oh,
Yeah, I got some beef with Norman High. Norman High
Yeah.
for sure. It was always a battle.
yeah.
It was always because they were pretty.
Yeah, they were good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And every night I was like, all right,
Yeah.
be prepared to be guarded by 2 or 3 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who getting this work? And
Yeah.
and
I will say that also was a memorable game for me. One of them, I had 30 some points, almost 40. One of my
really?
highest scoring games against them at their place too. So that,
Okay.
and I think, I don't know if we won.
y'all won?
I don't want
I
to
was
say
gonna
if we
say,
won
did
or we
you-
lost. We might have though. We might have won.
Okay.
We might have, but that was a
Okay. But you were playing against Kelby,
Kelby,
Shantae, Embry,
they had another girl. Her name was also Aaliyah. She was short, quick.
Henderson.
Yes,
Yeah,
Aaliyah
Aaliyah
Henderson.
Henderson, and
Didn't they have the twins? Some twins. Am I tripping?
I don't know. Was Perry, Micah Perry? Was she there?
She was there. She was
there, but she didn't
I think
play.
my senior year. But yeah,
But
no, it was like
they
1
had
through
a-
5. I was like,
They had a lot of
I said,
girls.
dang. I said, okay. All right.
Did they end up winning state that year?
They did
was it
one of
back-
the years.
back-
Maybe
okay.
my sophomore year,
Okay.
senior, one
Something
of
like
them.
that. And then yeah,
The junior year, we're not.
and then COVID. Yeah. Anyway, yeah,
Yeah.
those were good times.
Those
So
are good times.
pretty good friends with Coach Hodges. Tell me about how your relationship was with him.
Yeah, I got lucky, I'll say, with high school coaches because I knew him before because I actually played soccer with his niece,
Okay.
Avery. So I knew him 8 years before I even came to Moore.
Gotcha,
So
gotcha.
it was just ironic. And it was like, okay, cool. I have a relationship with him outside of him being my coach. So I was able to come to him for a lot of things. And being in the position that I was, obviously in the most humble way possible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
best one
know.
on the team. We had to strategize everything around me.
Yeah.
And that's how it was until we obviously had pieces. We had Ashanti, we had Rachel, we had Peyton, but it was obviously everyone was trying to stop me, and so
yeah,
it was nice to be
yeah.
able to come and talk to him and kind of have a closer connection instead of it just being a random person. I had to coach me for the next
Yeah.
4 years.
know.
So no, he definitely helped me a lot with the recruiting process. Just getting me the ball when I needed the ball on the court. And it was really nice to just have that connection before I even got to high school.
Yeah, and you had a pretty good relationship with the girls where you demanded the ball. I mean, I can hear you in games. Give me the ball. I mean, just
I had to
mean,
learn. I had to
yeah.
learn that because my mom would get so
I'm just
upset.
gonna say your mom. But
She would get upset. She was like, Aaliyah,
Ask for
get the ball. And
Yeah.
it was, for me, it was hard because I'm like, well, Mom, I don't want to be a ball hog. She was like, it's not being a ball hog. If you want,
Right.
if they want to win, and if you want to go where you're trying to go, you
Yeah.
need the ball in your hands.
Yeah.
And she's like, it doesn't mean that you're going to score it every time, but in order for y'all to win, the ball has to touch your hands, whether you're passing it, you're something. And it took me a while, but once the light bulb clicked,
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
I mean, if you observe some of the greats,
Exactly.
that's what they do.
Exactly.
And but like you said, it's not being a ball hog. It's if you want to be successful, and I'm sure the coaches want to get it in your hands. There's a good percentage
Yeah.
y'all are going to score
Yeah.
if it hits your hands sometime in that transition.
Yeah.
And so that's good. Were there any other coaches that help you, or either trainers or anything like that on you?
So many, and
I know you-
I apologize in advance if I forget any. But Coach Keisha Watson, she's an Oklahoma legend. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
my shot would not be the way that it is now without her.
Okay,
And it
yeah.
wasn't terrible before, but it was just one little mechanic working with her throughout high school that helped me so much. And she's family for life. Her,
Yeah.
Trey, all of them. Oh, see, now I'm gonna go blank. Bones.
Bon-
I called him Bones.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Bones is
cousin.
my guy. Yes,
Yeah.
trained with him for a while. Oh, I know. I'm gonna go blank on everybody that has helped me, and I feel so bad. Of course, my mom, getting in the
yeah.
gym with her.
Yeah.
Tony Swindle. I went to a few of his camps, been in the gym with him.
Twin City.
Yep. Yep. My guy, he's worked with NBA teams, and I just forgot his
I
name.
know Coach
Irv.
P. I know Prentice.
Yes. Oh,
I know
PB.
he's. I know. Yeah. I know
family.
he's.
Yes, PB. Yes,
talked to you,
for
motivated.
sure.
Yeah.
PB. Irv. I worked
He's
with him
at
a few
Roller.
times. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Again, if I'm forgetting somebody,
It's
I'm so
count- yeah.
sorry.
Well, it's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay. They charge it to the head, not the
Yeah,
heart. Is that what they
sorry,
say? Is that what they say? No, but no, it's good. You've been. A lot of people have invested in you and just trained and helped you. So it's always good to know a lot of people and that's
Yeah.
the reason why you were so good.
No, definitely. And I will say too, people, underestimate. I feel like Oklahoma hoopers and trainers here because all those hoopers, everybody that I just mentioned that I've trained with, Oklahoma people. They might not live in Oklahoma right now, but at one point they did, or they're from Oklahoma. So shout out Oklahoma, okay?
nothing but love. Throughout your career, who were some of the best players that you played against?
Ooh, it can be EYBL and high school.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, make me go back, Lord.
Well, let's do Oklahoma. Let's do
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oklahoma. Okay. Well, I mean, the whole Norman High team.
Yeah.
We'll start there.
Let's start
yeah,
there.
I mean, yeah, that whole team.
Yeah.
Most of them are all playing somewhere right now in college.
Right. Yeah. Who gave you fits? Like, if you had to guard them, and then, like, who gave you your?
I'm playing. Yeah, so like I said, Norman High, they got a few kids right now playing, but a school I forgot to mention was Deer Creek, because me and Skylar used to always go at it.
Oh, yeah.
I will say, we used to always win.
Yeah.
But I will say, at OU, she got us a couple times, so we're even.
I was at that last game. Was it the Big 12?
Oh, God, yes. Yeah.
Or you could have won the Big 12 championship?
Yes.
Yeah.
Regular season, but we got the tournament, though. We got the tournament.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But Deer Creek, definitely, we used to battle, me and her, every night, and that was always fun.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, Westmore and Southmore, the whole team would just try and guard me and stop me. So I don't I'm trying to think about other teams, but I'll say Deer Creek and Norman High, though.
Okay.
The girls on those teams.
You were 2-time Oklahoma Gatorade Player of the Year, and that's not common, so that was pretty rare. But I remember writing recommendation letters for you both times. And mom would ask, and hey, can you do this? And so we just no problem. When you need it, we got it for you. So I don't know how many people wrote recommendation letters for you, but both times you won it, I remember writing that recommendation letter for you.
Thank you.
So congrats on that.
Well, I appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much.
When you won those, and you're welcome. When you won those, what went through your head?
I remember I don't know if it was the first. I think it was the first time, and I remember I had a good chance of doing it. I had a pretty good year, and before that, I think Gabby might have won. Gabby Gregory, who was at OU, was at K-State, and I was like, okay, after my sophomore year, I said, I'm getting it. I said, it's ain't nobody in Oklahoma at that time. My mindset was nobody else in Oklahoma was better than me.
Yeah.
So I deserve this award, and I'm going to show it on the court. But I remember waking up that morning, and they sent you an email.
Okay.
And I just checked my email, and it was the first one, and it said, congratulations. And I ran to my mom's room, and I was like, Mom, I'm Oklahoma Gatorade Player of the Year. And she was like, congrats. And it was so cute. I think we might have went out to dinner, and then, of course, I got it the second year.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is nice. All the hard work, just seeing that pay off, it was nice.
Man, that was so. Your recruiting started as a 7th grader, and you got that first offer. So from that point on to graduating, how was recruiting for you? Like, I mean, I know you had just about every offer in the country.
I did.
Name some of the schools that obviously Texas.
Yeah, Texas.
And OSU.
OU, OSU, South Carolina, Notre Dame, Michigan, Florida State, Alabama.
Now, what made you decide as far as did you visit South Carolina?
I did not. Sadly, COVID hit around the time when I got more serious with Don Staley. Okay. So I did not have a chance to go visit, but we did talk a lot on the phone.
Did you? Okay.
But the recruitment process for me, everybody's is different. It was good. I had ups and downs. And I don't want to say anything bad about any of the coaches that recruited me because, as we know, it's a small percentage of, especially for women, that even make it to the college D1 level. And so I was very blessed for the situation I was in to have all these offers and to have any school, honestly, in the country that I wanted at my fingertips. Yeah. But because it started so early and I really didn't commit until I think my junior year, going into senior year, it was a long time where I was like a lot of talks with coaches, and some coaches, keep you on the phone for a long time. Yeah. And I'm like, Coach, and at that point I was still young. I was a teenager. I'm like, I'm trying to go watch TV or go take a nap or something. I got homework.
They talking.
I know, they still talking. But no, I think it was awesome for me. I still have relationships with a lot of coaches that recruited me back then, even though I didn't commit to their school. So I appreciate that. But I think I grew. I learned a lot from it, knowing how to talk to people. It helped me with that, conversating, interviews that I do now. So it was a process for sure. And I will say, once we got to the end of it, I was like, thank God. I was ready.
You were good. How many visits did you get to take?
Ooh, a good amount. Because before, thankfully.
Some of them were unofficial.
Yes.
Of course.
I got no official visits because it was COVID. Oh, okay. So I got no visits paid for. But thankfully, I already had it narrowed down to about 5 schools. But shout out my mom. Because again, this is where her knowledge came in. Because a lot of kids did not take visits. They waited until their junior year when COVID hit. And they weren't able to take any visits and had to commit somewhere blindly. But before my sophomore year, we went on 8 road trips. So again, shout out my mother because thankfully I visited Texas a ton. Yeah. Of course, OU was in the backyard. OSU, A&M. I even went to Louisville. I forgot about Louisville. Michigan. Didn't have a chance to go to Notre Dame or South Carolina.
Okay.
But yeah, I was able to visit about, I think, 6, 7 schools.
Good.
Thankfully, before COVID hit. So.
Okay. So when COVID hit, did they give you virtual tours or try to, like, through Zoom and stuff?
Yeah, they would like send you videos of campus, and then like if you would FaceTime them, they would try and. It's not the same.
Like,
Excuse me.
yeah.
It's not the same though. Yeah, at
Yeah.
all. And of course, talking to a coach through a phone's not the same, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And COVID was hard for a lot of people, and
Yeah.
that's one way it affected me. But you know, everything worked out. So
Yeah.
thank God.
I say so. Yeah. Like you pretty much had your pick of the litter before COVID hit.
Yes, thankfully, yes.
So you didn't have a normal high school career. You did a lot of stuff. Like, I mean, I'm seeing that you had like did 3-on-3 like in national championships in Colorado
Colorado
Springs.
Springs. Yep. 3-on-3.
You know, what else did you do? I mean, you did FIBA, America's, U16 championships. I mean, tell me about those experiences.
I did. So yeah, USA basketball always will have a place in my heart. I love USA and still hope to work with them in the future. And speaking into existence that I will.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a chance to do, that 3-on-3. Yes, I've had 3 experiences with USA
it was
with
a couple.
3-on-3.
Yeah.
And I was young. I was like, I was a sophomore. That's when I was scrawny Aaliyah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was cool. It was like kind of through Blue Star. So shout out Blue Star too. Mike Flynn, my guy.
Yeah.
And Earl Allen. It's like fair. He was gonna be so mad at me if I forgot to mention him. Shout out Earl Allen and my guy Mike Flynn. That's family for life.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, 3-on-3 was awesome, and I think I personally love 3-on-3. Like I hope to make the Olympic team one day for 3-on-3. I think you're able to showcase your skill set, and you have more space to work. It's not 5-on-5, like it's half court, it's quick pace.
Yeah.
I think it's perfect for me. I love to rebound. I'm aggressive.
Yeah.
You can foul a little bit more too.
A little bit more, yeah.
Playing Canada, them girls is aggressive, which is right up my alley.
Yeah.
So I personally love it, and I think it's just helped me with 5-on-5 and my skill set in that transition.
Yeah.
And then like you said, I got a chance to try out actually for U17 before I made the U16 team, but I was 15 years old, made it to the last round of 45, got cut.
Okay.
I was sad, but to make it that far, I was one of the youngest kids to still be on the
Right.
list. And I believe if I would have been just a year older and more confident, I would have made that team.
Man, I'm sure you would.
Thank you. Came back the next year, made my age group. Still friends with those girls to this day. Peyton Verhulst, who goes to OU, was one of the first girls I actually met at U16. Really good friends with her. Love her to death. But yeah, I think USA has helped me so much with my game at Texas and in high school. And yeah, I hope to continue to work with them. So
yeah. So what about the gold medal with the last championship you won with the gold medal
U16?
team? Yeah. Was that U16?
Yeah,
I thought it
was
was older.
No. So I had a chance my sophomore year of college. I made I don't want to be wrong, but it was another 3-on-3 USA team. I don't know if it was Pan Am. It was something, but I played with 3 other girls that also played D1 basketball.
Okay.
We sadly lost to France in the semis, so we did not place because we needed to win that game to place. So that was my last USA experience. And then, of course, went through my ACL, so I didn't have a chance that year. So that's why this upcoming year is big for me because I have a chance to play well, but also have a chance to make another 3-on-3 team or 5-on-5 USA.
Well, being one of the top-ranked kids in the country, you were as high as 6th.
I was.
Or
yes.
it was okay.
Yep.
And why did you ultimately choose Texas out of everybody else?
Get this question a lot, being an Oklahoma kid. But honestly, I'll just give you the simple answer. First off, I'm big on academics. I'm not just a basketball player, and my mom has always preached academics. And I wanted to go into communications. I want to get into broadcasting, sideline reporting, and Texas had the Longhorn Network. Not now because we're going to the SEC, but number one communication school in the country.
Okay.
So I said, okay, well that checks my box.
There you go.
And then I wanted to get my master's while I was here if I had the chance. Great master's program, so check. Campus was beautiful. I am a city girl, not in that sense, but I like to be around
stuff.
Yes, around stuff. And Austin is literally, if you've ever been there, the University of Texas is right smack dab in downtown. So food's everywhere. I mean, there's a lot going on. So it's fun, especially as a college student. It's cool. So that was check. I wanted to win. That was my overall thing. And of course, they had Karen that was there. I loved her. Then they got Vic Schaefer. And I mean, if anybody that follows him knows he wins. He won at Mississippi State, beat some amazing teams to get to the Final Four championships. but he hadn't won a national championship yet. And I told him, I was like, Coach,
This year.
you get me on my team. You get me on that team. We're winning a natty. I'm speaking it into existence this upcoming season. But yeah, I mean, it checked every box. I feel like for me, it was a good fit. And another thing too, because there's other schools that might also win, like South Carolina, but it was really far. I'm a home kid, y'all. I'm a big family girl, only child. My family raised me, and so it was still close to Oklahoma. My family could come to every game. They could drive up here, fly up here. So it fit everything, and it was a perfect match for me, I feel.
So being at Texas, tell me about, some of the bonds that you've already built with those girls, and your teammates from Texas.
Yeah. I mean, we've had different classes come in every year, so it's definitely been different girls, different experiences. But definitely from my freshman year to now, it's improved a lot with the relationships. I've grown a lot in myself, and I feel like if my team had to describe me, I'd be like the auntie in a way, not really the mom, but I'd be like the auntie. Like I'm the cool auntie. I'm the fun one. Like if you ever need anything, I got you. Like we can have fun outside of the court, but we get on the court though, I'm serious and like let's go, get it together. Like get in line. We gotta go. I'm trying to win games. Yeah,
we gotta go.
So yeah, no, I definitely have a good bond with the girls, and I think this upcoming year and last year was the best bond I've had with the team.
Okay, and you said it kind of fluctuates from year to year. So you have girls coming, like transferring in and out and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's kind of been
just different personalities.
Yeah,
and you never know. Girls that have been at different schools for years before, so they think things. It's just different personalities, different ways of growing up, and a lot of girls in one area. A lot going on.
Who are the best? Did you have any like girls that like to dance, or like who's your best dancer?
My girl Deanna, she transferred, but I played with Deanna the last 3 years.
Okay.
That was my girl too. She transferred to Auburn, but she was the dancer of the team.
Okay.
Yeah, D. Gaston.
And what's her name?
Deanna Gaston.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
Yeah, the dancer and the funniest one, bro. That was my girl. Like, I miss her. I miss Amina. She transferred as well, but.
Okay. Off the court, tell me about a time where you spent with them, and it was it was hysterical or hilarious, or can you remember any of those times that you had?
We've had a lot. I feel like some of them I can't. No, I'm playing. I can't say on here. No, I'm kidding. We've had so many, like during the summer before a lot of them transferred. Because the ones I used to really, really hang out with was Deanna, Amina, G, Jock, and Maddie. And the only ones that are here now are me, Jock, and Maddie. Everyone else has left. And so we used to always, like after summer workouts, we'd go eat, we'd go get ice cream or something because it'd be so hot in Austin. Or we would come back to Hilltop, which is where I live, and we have a pool, so they'd come and hang out by the pool. There's too many. We have so many, so many funny moments. And that group together, like Deanna, Amina, me, yeah. It was an interesting group to say the least.
Did y'all ever interact with any of the other sports like football or softball or your basketball players? Obviously basketball, but
so when I first got to Texas though, it was something I was like, it was something about the women's basketball team like no other sport really messed with them, and I was like, why is it
What's
like
going
this?
on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna change this. I was like, because there's nothing better than being cool with other athletes. Like we all understand what we're going through. It's just different. And so as I've definitely gotten older, like I'm cool with softball, volleyball, basketball, men's basketball, football. Like I got brothers on teams now that I'm cool with. So I see them. It's like, what's up? Like we all hang out, we go out together, we do what we do. So it's definitely one of the best parts of being a college athlete.
Well, being around all those Longhorns, all your teammates and Longhorns, I guess. Tell me about some of the traditions that you've seen or that you've gone through or that you like or dislike.
Yeah. One of the biggest ones is that after every sports game, they do the Eyes of Texas. And there's a lot of history that goes with the Eyes of Texas. Yeah, there was a lot going on. There's some racial stuff with it. Like, it was the year before I actually got there, but they tried to get the song removed, or like we didn't have to sing that after games because you can do your research on it, y'all, but there's some history with it that not everybody agrees with. And me personally, after every game, like you're supposed to stand there, sing it with your horns up. I just stand there. I don't put my horns up or sing. Just a personal choice. And it is what it is, but they ended up not removing the song because it's Texas tradition, history. Yeah, you know how Texas is, but that's definitely, you ask anybody that's around Texas, they're going to know what the Eyes of Texas is.
Right. Okay. We talked about some of those traditions, and I saw and I read that they closed the Multicultural Engagement Center. When you speak, super athletes, when they take to social media, people recognize and they see it. So what were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, SB 17 was a bill that was passed in Texas a while back, actually, but I first heard about it because it hit me a little more personal. And like I said, as athletes, we're in this bubble a little bit. We are, and so we don't hear about things, or some athletes don't really care to hear about things because, like I said, they're in this bubble. But I had a professor, Dr. Shaw, shout out her, a great professor.
Yeah.
And I was in class one day. I walk in, she starts crying. Obviously, everybody's like, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
She lets us know that she was let go. She was fired by the school. And I'm like, why? Because of SB 17, which, let me explain it. It was a bill that was passed. Basically, the state could not fund any buildings on campus that had to do with DDCE or DEI, which like diversity, equity, inclusion. Also the women's rights buildings, LGBTQ, all that stuff, not funded by the school, which that's how we basically kept going. Like it's hard to raise money, on your own for a lot of these buildings. And so those are basically all those resources for us, and not just for Black people. It was open for everyone. Were taken away. And like I said, being an athlete, even though I am an athlete, those were still buildings on campus that I was in and that I met a lot of Black professors in, because there's not many of us Black students or professors at UT.
Yeah.
And so it hit me because I was like, I have a platform also as an athlete. And so I was like, I need to speak out. It affected my teacher. No one should have to walk into class and their teacher's crying over this. Like, she's a human, she's a person.
Yeah.
But they let go over 60 plus professors, student aides, interns, whatever, all the above, and they were all Black. And so it was disheartening to see, and it's tough, just to have someone basically their job's gone. They got to figure it out after that. So yeah, that was, Texas got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's sad to hear and sad to see. Hopefully there'll be change for the better, hopefully soon.
Just if anybody's listening, make sure y'all are paying attention and y'all vote. Please vote, because we got to get these people, governors, all this stuff that are making these decisions and passing these bills, we got to get them out of office, or it's just going to get worse and worse. Because I know you saw in Oklahoma, they
no matter what,
teach the Bible.
Yeah.
So, we worry about
So back to sports. Back to sports. So now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Yeah.
So how has playing basketball at Texas contributed to your personal growth and development outside of sports?
Yeah. So like I said, education's always been a big thing, and I want to get into, sideline reporting, broadcasting outside of also playing basketball. And so I had the opportunity this past May to intern with the Dallas Wings, and it was awesome for a whole month. Obviously, with the growth of women's basketball right now, too, every game was sold out. They played Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, the Aces came down. It was so cool. I got to meet Asia Wilson. But I've had the chance to see the best of both worlds, like the pro life with the girls. They were all really sweet. I was able to sit in on practices, shoot arounds, and then also shadow Siobhan, Cheryl Swoops, Nancy Lieberman was there, Ron Thurman, shout out him, Rob the producer. I was able to sit in the truck.
Okay. Yeah.
So it was an amazing experience, and shout out my coaches for helping me get that. But yeah, it was honestly, it opened up my eyes to so much, and I definitely know that's what I want to get into.
Okay. And you had a couple of chances to meet Holly Rowe?
I did, yeah. Shout out Holly Rowe. I actually met her, though. We played Baylor at their place. Yeah. Okay. She interviewed me twice, and she's so sweet.
Yeah.
I've talked to her a couple times, and I have her number, so she was like, if you ever need me, reach out. Like, I'll gladly help you. So she's great. Yeah.
That's one thing college will do. College athletics will help you build resources and connections and relationships outside of sports. And so that's how I got my first job, after graduating from college, playing football and being known in Stillwater, I was able to get my first job after graduation. It's funny. The announcer for the radio, his wife hired me as a graphic designer at a bank. So, but it's how the people and
sports can take you a lot of places. So
I'm
forever grateful for that.
NIL, how has NIL worked for you? So
it's been good to me. I can't even lie to you. It's been good to me. Definitely from my freshman year to now, though, I've had to learn about it, and it's gotten a lot better. Obviously, it's true. You play more, you average more numbers. You play for certain teams that are in the spotlight a lot, which Texas, the Steerhead, comes with a lot of credibility.
Right.
That has definitely helped. Coming off of my March Madness run as well, I played really well this year, so a lot of stuff has been coming through for me. I'm also working on signing with new management, so that's coming out soon. So a lot of good things in the works. But yeah, I'm excited. Good stuff coming through.
So with the management company, they are able to, take care of, all the stuff that you need to take care of. So like you can focus.
Yes, on
Stay focused.
basketball mainly.
Basketball.
Yeah, it's already stressful enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't want to add the financial part. And of course, I'm still learning that part too.
Okay.
My mom helps me a lot with that as well.
Okay.
But they'll kind of be the ones to just reach out to companies for me that I want to work with. Like I told you, big
Yeah.
Rihanna fan.
Yeah.
Dream is to work with Rihanna skin,
Yes.
Rihanna beauty, Rihanna hair, everything.
Okay.
I also want to get into modeling. So like, they're people that kind of, while I'm on the court hooping and doing what I got to do, they're reaching out to people for me,
Yeah.
bringing in deals, whether I'm getting money out of it, I'm getting my time, learning, whatever it is. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Okay. So Rihanna, if you're watching,
Please.
let's get Miss Moore on
Please, Fenty Beauty
in
every
the
day
deal.
on the
Yeah.
campaign, please.
Right. She can hoop. She'll be in the WNBA soon. So
I got
do
good
it.
skin.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll be great. I hope that happens for you.
Thank you. Manifesting it.
One of the last things that I normally talk about with athletes and the people I interview is momentum shifts. During a game or a contest, you have momentum shifts where the momentum can change and you can lose the game. You can have the momentum throughout the game and win, blow teams out. But sometimes it can go back and forth, and you just don't know what's going to happen. And with you in your life, I know you've had a lot of surgeries and stuff like that, and different things happening. Give me one major momentum shift that you've had that has impacted your life the most.
Yeah, I know I already talked about it, but I really will say I think tearing my ACL, the person that I was before versus now, a totally different player, like mindset, physically, I'm a lot more fit now. I feel better in both aspects, and I wasn't happy it happened, like I said, but I'm grateful it did, and I think it needed to. It was kind of like a wake-up call, but also like a wake-up call in a sense of you need to appreciate the game more. It could be gone that quickly. Also, it gave me a chance to kind of experience what I want to do outside of basketball too, which is the going into broadcasting. I was able to shadow some people. I was able to kind of I had the time.
Yeah.
So it was a blessing in disguise in a way. And then I think it made me even more hungry to come back because people were like, oh, Amo's probably not going to be the same when she comes back. I said, okay, bet, watch. I'm going to show y'all. I came back in 9 months.
Yeah.
It took me a little bit. I was a little rocky at first, but once I got my feel back for the game, I was killing y'all in March Madness. So y'all better be ready for this upcoming year, okay?
Yeah, that's good stuff. Well, I appreciate you, Aaliyah Moore, and thank you for coming on and taking some time out of your day and just coming and hollering at me. I know I've known you for a long time and watched you develop from a young little stick to a beautiful young woman that's dominating in sports and representing Oklahoma, doing your thing. And so I appreciate you coming by.
I appreciate you for having me on, and thank you for always being in my corner. Like you said, you've known me since I was little girl, you Super 16 everything, and you've always been supporting, coming out to games. So I thank you and everybody else that I might have forgot to thank earlier. Shout out Earl Allen, Cy-Fair, Blue Star, Mike Flynn. Shout out y'all. Everybody that's helped me, I appreciate y'all. And hook 'em horns, man.